Well, speaking of other what I would call wrestling jokes, CM Punk. Now, I do not like the guy. I always thought he was wildly overrated. Though I will say that Lesnar versus CM Punk is one of my favorite ever matches. Uh, what do you think is genuinely CM Punk's next move? Because for me, I think he's fucked. Like, he can't do MMA because he's the worst MMA fighter ever. And if he comes back to wrestling, then he's completely contradicting everything he said about when he was going into MMA.
Yeah, CM Punk is an interesting case. I mean, like I mean, essentially nailed it. So he sucks at MMA, let's just be honest. He's not a good real fighter. He's a great fake fighter, but at the same time, he's burned the bridge with WWE. Will he return? I don't know. I mean, you never say never in WWE, but at the same time, there's an opportunity with AEW. I mean, they would love to have him, but Punk is really a different kind of person, so it's hard to say whether he would return or not. But at the end of the day, I think he's actually lessened his value by, going into the MMA world, getting killed, and then just kind of doing these conventions. So, I mean, I get the whole situation with WWE. I'm sympathetic to the road and all of those sort of complaints he had, but he's also kind of an asshole too. So it's hard to have complete sympathy for Phil Brooks.
Yeah, see, the thing is, if he goes back to WWE, it's pretty obvious that he's going to be on the part-time schedule, which is what he complained about in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the thing is, and this is why I love to use the word, he's a mock, bro. The CM Punk's a mock, where he, in 1 year, wrestled The Rock on pay-per-view. This is back when pay-per-view still really mattered, twice. Then he got The Undertaker. Then he got Chris Jericho. Then he got Brock Lesnar, all back-to-back. I would assume he made at least 1.5 million from those matches in bonuses alone. And then he has the balls to complain and say, the WWE didn't use me well. It's like, hey, CM Punk, wrestling's not real. Just make sure you're getting paid. No one gives a fuck who wins or loses.
Yeah, there's, the funny thing is, I actually used to be a huge CM Punk fan when he was during his prime run in WWE. And, CM Punk to me is an interesting case. I mean, he obviously didn't get the main event a lot. That went to other people like John Cena, for example. But the more bitter he got, the more unlikable he became. So,
yeah,
it really turned into this real thing where he became unlikable and he loved the company and he went into MMA and got his ass kicked, and now he's an announcer for MMA, and he almost got into it with a fan. And hey, look, the fan could have kicked his ass. Let's be honest here. We don't know.
Yeah, I heard there's a thing that he was on an MTV game show, and one of those MTV goofs got into CM Punk's face, and CM Punk backed down, and it's like, oh, would you just fucking go back and kiss Vince's arse?
I mean, CM Punk, or Phil Brooks, as we call him, is never... I mean, the thing is, you always say, like, never say never in WWE, right? That's the cliche saying. At the end of the day, there's always one guy that I have said, maybe he's the exception to that. And that's Phil Brooks, that's CM Punk. I don't know if he loves wrestling at this point enough to return. Maybe he does, I don't know. But if he does, hopefully he'll gain fucking 40 pounds.